Hello, hello, my friends. I have been doing a lot of shopping over the past couple of weeks, and in today's video, I have a collective haul to share with you. I am going to be sharing with you some candles that I have purchased recently, some hand soaps, some body care and perfumes. I even have some fall home decor and even kind of a random item that I think a lot of you who burn candles a lot may be really appreciative that I share with you. So feel free to grab a snack, grab a drink, settle in. Hopefully, you are some of the people that I saw that were already getting to enjoy those like temperatures in the 50s and low 60s in the mornings. Oh my goodness, I am so envious of that. I'm in Arizona. Those temperatures we won't be experiencing probably until November. But yes, settle in, we are going to talk about a lot of items here in this video today. Also, I do want to apologize for the fluctuating light. We have the possibility of thunderstorms coming in the day that I am filming this. And so, of course, the clouds are kind of covering the sun and then they clear up and then cover. So just is what it is. I need to get this video done because my kids should be home from school pretty soon. So I better get to it. Snap, snap. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy these types of videos, and feel free to subscribe to my channel if you are new and you love candle content. I think that you'll like sticking around because I do lots of fun hauls like this. I also do empties and a lot of dedicated reviews. So if you feel like you want to stick around, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We all know I like to talk. I'm under the time crunch right now, so let's go ahead and kick off with some of the things that I purchased recently. So I'm going to talk about soaps that I picked up first. Last weekend, Bath and Body Works had their $2.95 soap sale, and so I did place a BOPUS order. And you guys may find this to be a little bit funny about me, but when we come into the burr months, meaning September, October, November, December, I tend to become very nostalgic about the fragrances that I like to have in my home. We all know fragrance has the ability to unlock a lot of core memories. And for me, there's just something about certain fragrances that I'm like, I have to have them year in, year out. They're just a staple in my fall lineup. So, some of the fragrances that I purchased in the hand soaps, I purchased two of the Leaves foaming hand soaps. Quite a few of these fragrances have been around for quite some time, you guys. So, I'm not really going to go into fragrance notes because I feel like Bath and Body Works is so prevalent that if you're really curious about fragrance notes, you can always go in and sniff. But I think a lot of us who are familiar with Bath and Body Works, we all know what Leaves smells like. I did get two foaming hand soaps in Leaves. I did also get two sweet cinnamon pumpkin. Now, this is kind of a funny thing. I actually don't like sweet cinnamon pumpkin in the candle format, but I do like it in the hand soaps. I feel the same way about Crisp Morning Air. I already have three of those hand soaps in my collection to be used this fall. But yeah, I don't like this one in candle format, but I've always liked it in the hand soaps. So I wanted to make sure I picked up two of the foaming soaps. I do know that the foaming soaps do tend to be a little bit more drying. However, I still have kids in my home. They're a little bit older now, but still, I think we just kind of got accustomed to using foaming hand soaps. Sweater weather. We all know I'm on a kick with sweater weather this fall. If you've caught any of my recent candle hauls, I've told you guys that I've never burned the candle prior to this year, but somehow this year I am just all about sweater weather. And so I did purchase two of these in the foaming hand soaps. A new fragrance to me, but I do have it in the candle. In fact, I'm actually burning the candle in my bedroom as I'm filming this, is Cranberry and Gala Apple. Fragrance notes on this one are Gala Apple, tart cranberry, and a pinch of cinnamon. And honestly, you guys, I haven't even smelled this one because, like I said, I placed this as a BOPUS. I always am careful with opening these because I feel like I could spill them very easily all over myself. Yeah, I still like this fragrance. It kind of reminds me in some ways of like those like 90s boutique little stores that sold like Thomas Kincaid paintings, and they would usually have like Yankee candles in them. There's something that is kind of like nostalgic about that fragrance that I really enjoy. And then another fragrance that I really like, but I see myself using this more like after the holidays, is Warm Vanilla Sugar. You're going to see that this is not the only item I picked up in Warm Vanilla Sugar. I know that this fragrance has been around at Bath and Body Works for goodness, well over 20 years. And the reason I know that is, fun fact about me, when I was in my freshman year of college, I actually worked at Bath and Body Works for a very short period of time. And I remember my roommate in college always asking if I could pick some of this up for her because she loved this warm vanilla sugar fragrance. While we are still talking about hand soaps, while I was picking up that Bath and Body Works Bopus, I meandered on over to my local HomeGoods and Marshalls there in the same little like strip mall right next to each other. And it's funny, I went into HomeGoods first and I saw hot cider donut and I think this one that I'm going to show you here, I saw spiced vanilla pumpkin in the Marshalls, or not Marshalls, in HomeGoods. Now they were listed in HomeGoods for $5.99 each, and I was it $5.99 or $6.99? Actually, now that I think about it, it was $6.99 each, and I was like, I don't know if I want to spend that much on soaps after I knew that I was going to go pick up these ones from Bath and Body Works. Now I do like the fragrance and I do like the packaging on this. So the fragrance notes on this one are pumpkin, warm caramel. We all know Harry loves caramel, vanilla bean, and ginger. And I have never had this candle, or I've never had this fragrance in the candle format. But I'm going to tell you, if it smells like this, I like this. Definitely a spiced pumpkin note, like a white pumpkin. But this is a really nice fragrance. Now, here's the thing I wanted to tell you. If you are looking for value in terms, this is 22 ounces. It is a gel hand soap. I have used the Homeworks hand soaps before, and I will tell you, they are really nice. They don't dry your hands out as much as the foaming ones. And let's see, the Bath and Body Works ones are 8.75 fluid ounces. Now these I did get on sale for $2.95. This one, I walked next door to Marshalls and they had these exact same soaps that they had in HomeGoods, except their price point was $4.99. So, little pro tip, if you are looking for these soaps near you, go into Marshalls or TJ Maxx because they are probably going to be at a slightly lower price point than at HomeGoods. But I do like the spiced vanilla pumpkin. I mentioned that I also saw my beloved hot cider donut. You guys all know this is one of my favorite fragrances from Homeworks. It's in like my top 15 from the brand ever. I feel like it's pretty well known among like the Homeworks cult, I should call it. Oh, this is just so good. You get that donut accord, you get the cinnamon. I mean, this hand soap smells exactly like the candle. So sometimes, like I said, Bath and Body Works, their hand soaps smell slightly different than their candles. But so far, I know for a fact this one smells exactly like the candle. Fragrance notes on hot cider donut are harvest apple, cinnamon sugar, vanilla bean, spiced cider. This is an incredible fragrance. Really glad that I purchased this at HomeGoods. And then there were two other soap fragrances that I was intrigued by. This is a Halloween fragrance, I believe. It's called Black Pumpkin Woods. Now, I have never had this one before. The fragrance notes here are pumpkin puree, black plum, mulled spices, charred firewood. And this is a good fragrance. I like this scent. They need to bring this back in terms of a candle. Yeah, you get some of that plum in there, but it's not as dominant as like the possessed plum fragrance. Some pumpkin, maybe a little bit of a smoky aspect. I could see how this would be more of like marketed as a Halloween type of fragrance. But this is one that I probably see myself putting out more towards late October. And then another fragrance that I was really happy to come across is Marshmallow Woods. Fragrance notes on this one are marshmallow, cedarwood, vanilla bean, and sandalwood. Now it's funny because I have a candle that smells exactly like this already. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, that gooey marshmallow, but you get some of that amber in here. So last year, what was it? I bought a candle at Marshall's, HomeGoods, one of the discount retailers. And it was being marketed, it was a Homeworks candle, and it was being marketed as, what was it called? Woodland Cabin. And the fragrance notes on the bottom were like cypress and like all this stuff. But when you pop open the lid, it smells exactly like this. I think it's the Marshmallow Woods fragrance. It was a miss pour. You guys all know I've been very vocal about, while I think that there's some good candles that you get from the Slatkin & Co. brand at the discount retailers, I have still always stood by the opinion that there is a reason why those specific candles are showing up at the discount retailers and they're not being offered on the website or at QVC. And in the case of that specific candle, I'm like, oh, it was a miss pour. It was not poured correctly. So anyways, if you like the Marshmallow Woods fragrance, if you like the Warm and Toasty candle from Kringle, if you like, this is different than Marshmallow Fireside. I feel like it's slightly more sophisticated. This is more in line, like I would say, with Kringle's Warm and Toasty. Then I think that you would like this one. And I do know that Slatkin & Co. does carry some of the hand soaps on their website. I'm a brand ambassador for Slatkin & Co. And I'm just going to tell you guys, like, if you can find these soaps at your discount retailers, you're going to get a better deal on them at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. So unless there is a fragrance that is not available at the retailers, it's only available exclusively on the brand website, then maybe you might want to order the soaps from there. But otherwise, I think that you're probably good just going to the discount retailers and seeing what you come across. So my plan is that I have like 3 sinks in my house that I typically keep hand soaps at, the kitchen, and then we have 2 bathrooms. So I will usually put, I think my plan right now is that I'm going to put one of these Homeworks not candles. I'm so used to talking about candles that it just comes naturally off the tongue. I'm going to put one of these Homeworks soaps at the kitchen sink, and then the bathrooms, I'm going to put the foaming hand soaps in. Transitioning from the hand soaps, I did want to share with you just a little car fragrance refill that I purchased at Bath & Body Works. Sweater Weather, again, on the kick. I think this is where like my love affair with Sweater Weather must have started, because I've always loved this fragrance in my vehicles. So I purchased 3 of these so that way I could have a couple of them to keep my vehicles smelling nice and fresh throughout the fall season. I did bring up Warm Vanilla Sugar. I did redeem a reward for the Warm Vanilla Sugar body cream. This is one of my favorite body creams to use, particularly in the fall and winter, because a lot of my fragrances that I wear do tend to have a vanilla base, or they just blend really, really well with this fragrance. So when I get those rewards, the packaging on this one is still at that $16.95 price point. So I usually redeem my rewards to get the body creams. I know a lot of people always say, oh, my body creams go bad, I don't use them very much. But I think it's because I live in a very dry climate. Arizona is very dry, and I cannot stand the feeling of my skin being dry. So like when I get out of the shower, I have to put lotion on. When I wash my hands, I have to put like cream back on my hands, because otherwise my skin will just be feeling incredibly, incredibly dry. While I am talking about some body care products, I did want to share some perfumes that I have purchased recently. Now, this one I did purchase from Ulta. My friend Melanie has had me intrigued about this brand called Sniff. And I saw, Instagram, they're always spying on us. And I saw an ad for this fragrance pop up in like my Instagram feed somewhere. And I saw the fragrance notes and I was like, that sounds like something I would be intrigued by. I saw that they sold this at Ulta. And I did have a small gift card at Ulta, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to take a chance on this. This is the Sniff Heal the Way Eau de Toilette. I believe it's in collaboration with someone. I don't know. It's a collab fragrance. Clearly, I'm really in tune with all of these lifestyle influencers. But it is in collaboration with people. But the reason why this fragrance appealed to me was because it was a mix of, it was being marketed as pistachio, vanilla, and Palo Santo. Fragrance notes, we all know your girl here absolutely loves. I got this sent in. You guys, I am not disappointed. This smells so good. It's gourmand, but there's a slight element of woodiness in here from that Palo Santo note. This, I can't even really fully describe it. I will go ahead and insert a picture here of what it says the key fragrance notes are on this. Oh, but this is good. This is a nice, I would say like fall winter type of scent. It's sweet. You get the vanilla, but you get the woodiness of Palo Santo. It's a very calm kind of, if you like kind of that like clean aesthetic, but you don't want something that smells like aquatic or anything like that. I do believe that this might be available online only at Ulta, but Oh my word, I really like this scent. My teenage daughter also liked it as well. And then the other perfumes that I did want to share with you, this is kind of like shouting out a small woman-owned business. So you guys know that I am a Kringle candle brand ambassador. No, these candles are these perfumes are not from Kringle. However, I have met a couple of other wonderful ambassadors over on Instagram, and one of them is my friend Diana. She has two Instagram pages. She runs one called Deals, Steals, and Treats. I will make sure that I have her Instagram page is listed in the description box down below for you. But she also owns her own business called WEARABLE Gourmand, and she creates perfumes. And so I was really intrigued because again, we're coming into the time of year where I'm like, I would like some gourmand fragrances. I want to smell, I either want to smell like a man or I want to smell like a snack. Like that's just how I am. Like I want to smell like a treat, you know? And so I was checking out her page and she was talking, I'm in kind of this group chat with a couple of the other ambassadors. They are a wonderful group of women, by the way, in that group. And so I was really intrigued. I'm looking for some perfumes, for the fall. And so I thought, you know what, I want to support her business and give her a try. So I ordered this vanilla marshmallows fragrance. And oh my word, you guys, this is very authentic. It smells like a marshmallow. Like you opened up the bags and just like stuck your nose in and you get that marshmallow scent. Woo, it is good. I will tell you that these scents, they linger on my skin for a very long time. That is one of the things that Diana says she really takes a lot of pride in, is that she wants to create fragrances that linger for a long time. She wants, durability and length of wear time. So she was also really kind enough when I placed this order that she reached out to me and said, hey, do you want me to throw a couple of other sample fragrances in for you? And I was like, sure. I do know that she offers on the website like a little bundle of the, what is it, like the samples. I want to say they're around like $4. So that's not very expensive at all. This one, I believe, retailed, I think it's either $39.99 or $49.99. Again, I will make sure that I have listed in the description box down below the Instagram account, her website, all of that kind of stuff. But I did want to go over the fragrances that she sent me in some sample sizes because I do see myself actually purchasing a couple of these in full size. So the sample fragrances that I decided to pick out from her are Pistachio Ice Cream. This, if you like Bath and Body Works, what is that? The pistachio and vanilla, the toasted pistachio and vanilla. I think that's what it's called. You guys all know I love that fragrance. That is like that. This is like that candle in a perfume. This is really good. I really, really like this fragrance. Very authentic. Vanilla Milkshake. She says this one is one of her best sellers, and I can see why. My daughter says it almost kind of reminds her of a sugar cookie, which is funny because she has a fragrance called Sugar Cookie. But this is really good gourmand vanilla. I don't really get like a really lactonic note in the Milkshake Accord, but this is a good vanilla. Layers really, really nicely with a lot of other fragrances. In fact, I really like combining that vanilla milkshake with a new fragrance that she's offering in her fall lineup, and it's called Coffee and Cream. And these are just the size of the little samplers that you get here. So there's plenty to get a good sample of, I would say. Coffee and Cream. This is a good, strong coffee scent, but it's not acidic to my nose. You get the creaminess and the sweetness of vanilla in there as well. But I really like pairing this one with the vanilla milkshake. Wild pistachio. I think last I checked, this one was sold out. I see myself actually wearing this more in like the spring, early summer. You know what? I wonder if this would layer really nicely with that Boom Boom Cream scent, not cement, scent. That's really nice. Really nice. I like that one. And then the fragrance that I'm actually wearing today is Frosted Almond Cream Cake. She said that this one is starting to become a really hot seller for her as well. I am wearing the Hemp's Koa and Sweet Almond body lotion with this fragrance. It definitely has that like almond. I don't want to say almond extract because that makes it sound like alcohol-y, but a good almond dessert. Really, really like those fragrances. So far, you guys, I have been very impressed with the wear time on these perfumes. My daughter has really been loving these. I know that she will steal some of them from me as well. So please feel free to check out her website. She did give me a discount code for 15% off. I will make sure that I have that coming across the screen here. We've been talking the morning that I'm filming this video. We've been talking about the code, but right before I filmed this video, I honestly forgot to check my Instagram messages. So if I do have a 15% discount code, it's not an affiliate code or anything like that. It's just something as, you know, if you guys want to try out her brand and get a little bit of a discount, it is a 15% off code over at her website. But I definitely really like supporting another woman and a small business. So if you're in the mood for some Gourmand perfumes, and they're very, very affordable. Like I said, this is a 1.7 size ounce perfume that you know, I can't remember. I feel like it was $39.99. I feel like that's where it was at the price point. So really a good price point too. You're supporting a small woman-owned business and getting a great product in exchange. So thank you very much, Diana, for you know, giving a discount code for anybody who might be interested in them. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a couple of home items. I mentioned the other day that I went into my local Marshalls when I was picking up those hand soaps. I'm going to bend over here because I have these on the ground. So you may be seeing this little like fall centerpiece that I purchased at Marshalls the other day. I thought that this would look really cute on the as the centerpiece on my little kitchen table over here. So you'll probably be seeing this in the background of a lot of my dedicated candle reviews as I am working through all of those throughout the fall months. But I thought that this was really cute. It goes with a lot of the aesthetic that I have going on in my home. I am planning to decorate my home for fall next weekend. So I figured that that was a good purchase for me. And then my microphone might make some noise here as I'm bending over to pick up these items. Alrighty, here, let's get this one. Okay, so I purchased this from QVC. I had a 20% off code, and this is one of those like luminaries from Homeworks. They had a really beautiful one with some like with a cardinal on it that honestly I'm still kind of eyeballing, to be honest with you guys. But you set the candle inside, so it kind of has a hurricane effect, sort of, on it, but it also illuminates so that behind all of these, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and try to insert some B-roll for all of you guys to see what this looks like when you have a candle inside and to see the illumination effect. But this was really pretty. Now, I think it was on sale. Was it on sale? No, maybe. I think they had it listed for like $52, but then I had a 20% off code and they were doing free shipping the day that I ordered this. So this is going to be a nice little addition to my fall decor. I honestly have not bought any new fall decorations. I'm gonna set that down real quick. Ooh, that was loud. I honestly have not purchased any new fall decorations in the last 2 years. I actually didn't even put up my fall decor last year because many of you guys are aware, last summer, 2023, in July, I very unexpectedly lost my father. And so, to be honest with you guys, I just really was not in a mood last August, September to set up my fall decor. I was still just really in the throes of grief. And fall, even it sounds funny, like little things like putting out my fall decorations. One of the things that I always enjoyed doing in the fall season with my dad was he would come over on Sunday afternoons and we would watch football together. And there was something about like decorating my house for fall, and I don't know, like I associate that with football season, and it was just too hard for me last year. So this year, I am definitely planning to put some fall decor up, but I'm starting to incorporate a couple of new pieces into my decorating style, I guess, this year. So that is exciting. The other random item that I did want to share with all of you guys, and you guys are going to think this is weird, but I don't really care. You might find it helpful. So I had posted about this over on my Instagram stories when I was using this a couple of weeks ago, but this is called Unsmoke Wall Wash by Biosolve. It says smoke damage hard surface cleaner. Now, I purchased this because I had some soot on my walls that was starting to drive me crazy. And I was like, I need to find a product that is going to remove the soot from the walls prior to me having, I mean, eventually we need to repaint everything in this house. The paint here in the living area, I think, is original to the home and it's like 20 years old. So I know that I'm going to need to repaint the inside of my home, but for right now, the paint still looks pretty decent. And so I was just trying to look for a less expensive fix with some of the soot, particularly on my quilt rack over here. I have a quilt rack that for a long, long time I was burning candles along that wall, and I had some soot going up that wall. And it was pretty noticeable. It was driving me crazy. Long story short, this product had great reviews. This big, like, jug of it was around $29.99 on Amazon. I'll make sure I have it linked down below. That is not an affiliate link. It's just there so that way you can find it. Very, very concentrated. So I did get like a little spray bottle, poured a little bit in there. I did spray it on the walls, but honestly, I found it a little bit more effective if I would dilute this in like a bucket of hot water. Make sure you're wearing some rubber gloves. But then I just dunked the wet rag in there and went to town cleaning it, and it was very effective. It removed the soot. Like, I could still see a tiny, tiny little bit of, like, I don't want to say dinginess, but like, I feel like because I knew that there was soot there, I could, like, my naked eye is like really looking for it. But I think to like the normal person just walking into my house, they would not know that there was soot, as much soot as there was on that wall, whereas before it was really, really noticeable. So if you are looking for a product that will remove soot off of your walls, I would highly recommend that product from Amazon. All right, and here's the part that I think a lot of you guys are here for. I do have 5 candles to share with you. If you do like haul videos, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, because I do want to let you know next weekend I will have more candles, an even bigger candle haul to share with you. I have some Kringle orders on their way to me. I have a couple of candles from HomeWorks that should be here. And at the time that I am filming this, I am actually contemplating placing a Bath and Body Works order. I don't know if I should. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the amount of candles that I have right now. So that's the only thing that's kind of keeping me from not purchasing. But I guess we'll find out next weekend if I went ahead and stayed strong and didn't buy more, or if I purchased them. All right, so while we're talking about Bath and Body Works, you guys, if you caught my review earlier this week, I did say that this is a candle that I would repurchase. Interestingly enough, when I first got this candle in, I didn't really like it on cold sniff, but I've changed my tune. Pumpkin s'mores. I did purchase another one of fragrance notes of roasted marshmallow, melted chocolate, pumpkin graham cracker. I'll make sure I have the dedicated review listed in the description box for you, so that way you can go back and check it out. But the one that I do have of this is a crowd pleaser in my home. My family absolutely loves this. Oh, just a wonderful, good gourmand fragrance that's going to be very versatile for the fall and winter months. I did also purchase another pink lavender and espresso. Now, this is in different packaging than I have previously owned this fragrance in. I do have one in kind of that neutral blends collection in my closet, but I do love this fragrance so much. And I thought, you know what? That's a fragrance that I typically like to burn 2 of them at the same time when I'm burning it in my house. Fragrance notes on this are rich pink lavender, caramel espresso beans, smooth vanilla. I definitely get more of like the lavender marshmallow candle that usually comes out around Candle Day in this scent. Maybe a little bit of espresso in the background, but it's definitely more heavy on the lavender marshmallow note. And I'm going to tell you, this is the first time I've opened this one. This one on cold smells a lot stronger than the one that I have in the neutral blend. So maybe that's promising that it will be a good performer for me. And then this is a candle that I have never purchased from Bath and Body Works, but I believe it was my friend Connor who says that this fragrance reminds him quite a bit of one of my favorite HomeWorks fragrances, which is Harvest Leaves. And this is the Perfect Autumn. Can you believe it? I've never had this fragrance before. Fragrance notes on here are fresh cranberry, spiced pumpkin, crisp apple, and rich clove. I like this. This is a nice candle. Do I think it's Harvest Leaves? No, but I can see where the comparison would be there. You get cranberry, you get some clove in the background, but it's not like smack you in the face clove. I know clove can be kind of a polarizing spice note. Yeah, it's cranberry forward. I like it. Maybe a little bit of pumpkin in the background. I will say that I feel like Bath and Body Works, their take on cranberry comes across a little bit more artificial to my nose than HomeWorks. And so maybe that's where I'm seeing like, maybe or maybe not. But I do plan to burn this one with harvest leaves. I'm actually burning harvest leaves right now. Love that scent so much. So I decided that this was the year that I should probably give it a good try. And then while we are talking about HomeWorks fragrances, I did use some gratis money that I get from HomeWorks. So some of you guys may have heard Connor talk about this too. So I am a Facebook moderator for HomeWorks, which means that they ask me to, just kind of keep an eye on the Facebook group, I guess, report any problems, which we really don't have that many. I mean, every once in a while, but not a whole lot. And I did want to like make the distinction between what gratis and PR is. So PR is typically fragrances that are offered, that PR is usually new fragrances that the brand is offering to send you for free. And they hope that you will do a review and kind of get the word out about kind of promote the candle. You don't sign a contract saying you have to do any of those things, but there's kind of that expectation that comes with PR. Whereas gratis is the brand basically tells me as a Facebook moderator, they say, hey, here's basically like a gift card that you can spend on our website. You can pick out anything up to this amount, and we'll go ahead and send it to you just as a thank you. So it doesn't have to be new products. It really can just be whatever I want, as long as it stays under that financial limit. So I hope that that helps. Like if you ever hear the difference, like what's the difference between PR or gratis? Gratis is mainly just like, thank you, go ahead and pick some things out. And so one of the items that I wanted to pick out is Autumn Pumpkin. This is one of my favorite fall fragrances. I think that this is probably my favorite pumpkin fragrance if I'm recalling by memory. Although I did just do that farm stand pumpkin review earlier this week, and honestly, that is a really, really good like gourmand pumpkin type of scent. Autumn pumpkin fragrance notes are pumpkin, orange, cardamom, cinnamon, clove, and nutmeg. The pour date of this candle is March 9th, 2024. I still love this candle so much. This one's a little bit more spiced, I would say, than the farm stand pumpkin. Maybe not as like, I want to say like meaty gourmand. And I mean that in like the like meat of the pumpkin is a little bit more prevalent in that farm stand pumpkin. Oh, I love this scent so much. So another great blending fragrance. This one I feel like is slightly sweeter than farm stand pumpkin. Yeah, I get the pumpkin note in there. What else am I smelling that's sweet? Maybe a little bit of that orange, like the citrus note in there, kind of lends some sweetness to it. It's not overly spicy. Like I do detect like a blend of cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and even cardamom, which you all know cardamom and I kind of have a strange relationship. But my nose doesn't detect like cardamom right off the bat with this one. And then another fragrance that I was really intrigued about, and I knew that this was coming. This is part of, I believe, is this part of their Halloween collection? I think so. This is Haunted Apple Nights, which we all know HomeWorks likes to do a lot of this packaging where they have like the trees in the forest. We've seen it now with, remember when they had Pumpkin Woods? Oh my word. Please raise your hand if you want that HomeWorks to bring back Pumpkin Woods. That is such an incredible fragrance. But they do it with Scarlet Woods. That one is also coming back next month. They tend to do this. They do it with like their white birch. The trees kind of change. There's some things that change on the label, but they do this tree effect, and it's so beautiful when the candle is lit up. So the fragrance notes on this candle are crimson apple, blood orange, black vanilla, blackberry. The pour date on this candle is May 8th, 2024. And I made a good choice on this one. This is good. This, you've got apple. I get a little bit of the blood orange in here, but this is not like, I think I only detect blood orange because it says it's on here. Like it's not a citrus candle to my nose. It's not the same. It's in that vein, a little bit of leaves, but not really. Like I say it is, but it's not really. That's really confusing. But the berry note in here isn't like overly like summer juicy berry in here. Black vanilla. I feel like this is one that I need to look at more of the like in-depth fragrance notes on this one to figure it out. But yeah, I definitely get the apple at the forefront. But the apple note in here reminds me of like the apple note that you would get in a fragrance like Leaves. It kind of reminds me, you know what, when I opened this, I thought, you know what, I'm going to burn this alongside with. I still have one of their Midnight Moon candles from last year. Now, that one has a little bit more of a pumpkin note in the background with the apple-y type of fragrance, but I think that they're going to complement each other really, really well. So stay tuned. I will do a dedicated post-burn review on pretty much all of these candles. I'll make sure. I know I already do have reviews for the pumpkin s'mores and the pink lavender and espresso, but these other three candles, I do plan to do some dedicated reviews for you this fall, so that way it can help you with any of your decisions. And like I said earlier, if you like hauls, I am expecting some more candles to be showing up within the next week. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you want to see them. That is it for the haul. Please feel free to comment down below if you have purchased any of these candles, if you have experience with them. Are you in need of a good cleaner to clean the soot off of your walls? Because as much as we want those clean burning candles, the reality is that we are going to get some soot on our walls just from our love affair with candles. Did you participate in the soap sale? I always like to know, what are you hauling recently? What are you spending money on? I am going to challenge myself to something I've never done. I'm not quite yet ready to disclose what that is yet, but I'm really, really contemplating it for the month of September. So make sure you stay tuned. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.